Okay, hello. Are we all staying for the pledge? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. I'm going to turn the meeting right over to Mrs. Donovan because she's going to do all the talking tonight. Okay,
Yes,
go ahead, Grace.
thank you. This is the public hearing for our budget for the 2020-2021 school year, which is kind of funny to hear, 2020-2021. The proposed 2020-2021 budget overview is presented on the following slides is the proposed budget for the 2020-21 school year for the Galway Central School District. This will be an overview of the budget needed to deliver the existing educational programs and support services for the children of Galway Central School District at next year's estimated costs as we continue to provide the best possible education for the students despite the fiscal constraints caused by the viral pandemic emergency. The proposed 2020-21 budget objectives and goals. The budget development objective for 2020-21 remains to sustain the fiscal capacity of the school district in order to equitably provide for the programs and services for our students, not only for next year, but for years well into the future. Also, this budget has a goal to maintain fiscal responsibility and to provide financial excellence and stability. Budget highlights. The budget has been trimmed to an extent possible to provide flexibility against a possible reduction in state aid. Total proposed 2020-21 budget of $22,948,831 would be a $649,701 increase from the voter-approved 2019-20 budget. That's a 2.91% increase budget to budget. The proposed budget is also less than $440,949 in the budget draft that was presented to the Board of Education on April 23rd. Major cost changes of the proposed budget is debt service and principal and interest of $696,133. That is the debt service to pay for our current capital project. Employee benefits, $231,778. All other line items, including salaries, is a negative $278,210. Where the money goes, you'll see a decrease in employee salaries. We're leaving a 0.1 full-time special education position vacant, and we're also losing a 0.5 pre-K teacher. BOCES costs. We have less students going to BOCES next year. We are funding every student who would like to go to BOCES. It's just a cycle where we have less students interested in going next year. We also will not be having the services of the gifted and talented teacher from BOCES. Student transportation, you'll see a reduction there. We had a contract for a student out of district with a different company, transportation company. We are now going to be providing that service in-house, and thank you to our transportation department for stepping up there. Student support services, operations, and instructional programs. That supplies, materials, and equipment that we just shaved a little bit off of everybody's budget to get us down to where we needed to be, that additional $440,000 that we removed from the budget. And you'll see where the money comes from on the next slide. And you can see the state aid is what the big question mark is. So this budget hedges against some of the cost reductions from state aid. However, if the governor does come through and the 20% state aid, our budget is affected, the board will have to come back to the table. But We did a nice job here. We have hedging against the cut, and I think our district is in good shape for the budget reductions to come. Appropriations, the proposed budget for the 2021 school year would increase appropriations by $649,701 over the current school year. $696,133 of the total increase is because of additional debt service payments for the capital project expense. Of that amount, the state will reimburse the district at an approximate rate of 77% during the same year of the payments. And so when the capital project went out for the voters for voter authorization, that was the percentage of state aid at that time, and it's still currently the state aid at that time. We just don't know when the payments will be coming to our district. The remainder of the budget was reduced in anticipation of so far unannounced but expected reductions in state aid due to the economic crisis. The budget was reduced in strategic areas to provide flexibility to withstand such pending revenue decreases, but still keep the core of our excellent instructional program intact. We are required to show a budget summary in 3 parts: administrative, program, and capital. You'll see the administrative budget is down 2.2%. The program was also down by 0.17%. The capital is up 18.67%, and again, that's the capital project debt service payment, which brings our total budget to budget increase 2.91%. Revenues, the tax levy limitation formula allows a change in the tax levy of about 4.21%. That would be our 2% cap. However, this proposed budget is for a moderate 1.99% levy increase, so we are going out for less than half of our allowable 2% cap. The amount of fund balance to be appropriated is the same as it was designated in the 1920 budget. As for state aid in 2020-21, time will determine. Many variables are in play. The vote on June 9th, 2020, vote by the public on the proposed 2020-21 budget, members of the Board of Education, and a proposition to authorize the purchase of replacement school buses. This will be conducted by an absentee voter paper ballot process. All ballots must be received in the district by 5 p.m. on June 9, 2020, at which time the vote counting process will commence. So I've heard some people have already have their absentee ballots. They went out 2 days ago.
I got mine today.
Oh, good. So you can either send those back and postage is prepaid, or there will be a locked box that will be manned under the overhang of the junior-senior high school. And you can drop it off on June 9th. However, voting usually goes till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. This voting will go until 5 o'clock. So, election of board members. On June 9, 2020, eligible voters will have the opportunity to elect 2 individuals to serve as trustees on the Galway Central School District Board of Education. The terms are for 3 years each during July 1st, 2020 to June 30th, 2023. The trustees are elected at large. 2 incumbent board members have filed petitions for re-election, Michelle Bombard and Karen English, and they will appear on the ballot in that order. Proposition on the budget. So this is the proposition you'll have for the budget. Shall the proposed budget of expenditures for the Galway Central School District for the 2020-21 school year in the amount of $22,948,831 and for the purposes shown in the Statement of Estimated Expenditures adopted by the Board of Education be approved, and the amount thereof be raised by a levy of a tax upon the taxable property of the school district after first deducting monies available from state aid and other sources by law. So that's Proposition 1. Second proposition is for the purchase of school buses. Shall the Board of Education of the Galway Central School District be authorized to purchase 1 72-passenger school bus and 2 20 passenger school buses at the maximum aggregate cost not to exceed $252,000. Expend such sum for such purpose and fund the acquisition of the school bus vehicles not to exceed the total amount of $252,000 from available unallocated fund balance of the school district. So when Bob Bonaker, our interim business official and now our consultant, first came here, he showed us how you could purchase buses with cash and save significant amount of money, and we've been able to do that since he's been here, and we will be doing the same. So this has been a presentation of the proposed budget for the 2020-21 school year. We did have one question from the public. It was about our ballots and how we're keeping them secure. When the ballots come in, they will be placed in a locked ballot box and in the safe. When the ballots are dropped in the drop-in ballot box, they will be manned and someone will be there. When the ballots are opened, it will be in this room. There will be several individuals and it will be live streamed. No ballots will be open until 5 o'clock on June 9th. And that is the end of the public hearing.
Okay, thank you.